This isn't just the story of a failing startup. It's the slow, painful death of a dream. The kind of dream that once defined the UK's position on the global tech map. A dream built in co-working spaces, late-night code sessions, and pitch decks sent to VCs at 2 a.m. For years, the UK tech scene has been a magnet for bold ideas and global talent, pulling in engineers from Bangalore, founders from Lagos, designers from Sao Paulo, and AI researchers from Kiev. But now that same ecosystem is bleeding, quietly, slowly, and tragically, because of one thing: immigration laws that are choking the very people who built it. At first, it looked like policy cleanup, a tightening of rules, a push to prioritize British workers. But beneath the surface, a storm was building. Quietly, startups began to lose key hires. New visa applications were delayed without reason. Sponsorship licenses were denied. Founders with non-UK passports began hearing whispers. "It's getting harder. You should prepare a plan B." And then it began. A founder in Birmingham had to shut down his AI health tech startup after his only back-end developer's visa renewal was rejected. A climate tech company in Bristol lost a government grant after their international team shrank to half its size due to home office complications. The message was clear: you can build in the UK, but only if you're prepared to do it without the world. But here's the truth. The modern startup cannot survive without global talent. Period. The best ideas are borderless. The strongest teams are diverse. That's not just feel-good rhetoric. It's a business reality. When you limit who can contribute, you limit what can be created. And right now, the UK is shackling its own future. The impact: startups are fleeing. Investors are hesitating. And the country's reputation as a global innovation hub is unraveling, one policy at a time. The silence surrounding this crisis is deafening. There are no protests outside Parliament, no viral campaigns. Why? Because startup failures are easy to overlook. They don't crash stock markets. They don't result in mass layoffs, at least not all at once. But they do accumulate. Each one adds another crack in the foundation, another lost opportunity, another promising idea that could have changed lives, gone. All because of an invisible wall made of paperwork, legal fees, and slow-moving bureaucracy. Take the story of Rohan, a machine learning engineer from India. He moved to London in 2022 with a Tier 2 visa to join a promising fintech startup. He was designing fraud detection algorithms that could save banks millions. He loved the city, worked day and night, and even planned to apply for permanent residency. Then the rules changed. His company lost its sponsor license after a minor administrative error. Suddenly, Rohan had 60 days to leave. He had no backup, no recourse. And within a month, he was on a flight back to Delhi, leaving behind a team that depended on him, and a product that could never be completed without him. His story isn't unique. It's repeated in different forms every day. Some are even more heartbreaking. A Nigerian female founder was forced to relocate her entire startup to Amsterdam after 3 of her engineers were denied entry into the UK despite having approved offers. A Brazilian UX designer was deported after a visa error caused by a glitch in the Home Office's online system. And perhaps most chilling, a Ukrainian refugee with advanced blockchain skills was rejected because his qualifications didn't meet UK standards. These are not just individual losses. These are losses to the nation's collective potential. The UK government talks about being a science and technology superpower. But how can that happen when the doors are shutting on the very minds who would make it possible? The country wants to lead in AI, green tech, cybersecurity, but you cannot build a 21st century economy with 20th century immigration policies. Even British-born founders are beginning to feel the impact. One London-based founder admitted, "I spend more time with my immigration lawyer than my CTO." The red tape is suffocating. Startups, especially early-stage ones, don't have the luxury to navigate a complex legal maze. They don't have HR departments or in-house lawyers. They're scrappy, lean, and fast-moving, or at least they used to be. Now they're stuck in visa limbo, waiting for decisions that never come, watching talent slip away to Canada, Germany, or the UAE. Investors are pulling out. International talent is opting for more stable ecosystems, and global accelerators are issuing warnings. If you want to scale fast, avoid the UK. This is more than a policy failure. It's a strategic disaster. Countries around the world are fighting to attract the best minds. The UK, inexplicably, is pushing them away. The emotional toll is devastating. Founders who once spoke with confidence and pride now speak in whispers and worries. Some have stopped hiring internationally altogether, afraid of the legal complexity. Others are shutting down operations completely. And the dream of building something great in the UK powered by the world's best minds, is fading. And still, the public hears little of this. Why? Because the victims are not visible. They are coders behind screens, founders in small offices, engineers waiting in visa queues. Their stories don't trend on social media, but they matter. Their loss is your loss, our loss, the loss of innovation, the loss of breakthroughs that never got built, of jobs that never got created, of solutions to real-world problems left on the table, never realized. So what can be done? First, we need to raise awareness. Speak up, share these stories, push back on the narrative that immigration is a threat. It's not. For the tech world, immigration is oxygen. Without it, we suffocate. Second, policymakers must listen, not just to corporate giants, but to small startups, immigrant founders, and international workers who are the backbone of this sector. Reform must be intelligent, flexible, and humane. It must reflect the real-world needs of startups, not just the political headlines. And finally, we must support those who are still fighting, the founders who are staying, the engineers who are rebuilding their lives after rejection, the teams trying to innovate in a system stacked against them. They need allies, they need a voice, and they need a future worth staying for. If this video moved you, if you believe in innovation, in fairness, in giving dreamers a chance, then please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. The silence around this crisis must end. The future of UK tech depends on it.